So the time has finally come. We've been experiencing some kind of storm here in the UK. It's just a bit of wind, it's just a bit of rain, but it's meant that weather conditions have not been ideal for me to make videos. Now, this is of course the 730D with the M57 engine. This is only a parts car, it's not going back on the road. I've already taken a bunch of parts, mainly from the interior, to swap over to my 760 Ally, which you may be able to see there in the background. But today I want to see if I can get this engine running properly. So if you saw the first video on this car, you'll know that the engine runs pretty rough. It does have a pretty loud knocking noise. Now today I want to try and get to the bottom of it, and I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm going to spend a good couple of hours. I'm going to get ISTA loaded up and see if it is anything obvious. I may take the intake manifold off, I may take the rocker cover off, see if we can see anything obvious again. But yeah, let's just see if we can try and find out. Whoa! God, it's shaking like mad. So yeah, let's just try and see if we can get to the bottom of why this engine really doesn't sound quite right. So as I mentioned, we have taken most of the interior out, including the seat, so I am sitting on the floor. But first thing we're going to do is get the engine fired up, just so that we have the battery charging. That's even if it does fire up, because I have removed a bunch of modules, but nothing engine related, so I believe it should do. Oh, I did also put some fuel in as well. I wonder if that is part of the problem. I know when I got this car I had like 3 miles of range, but I did put about 5 litres in just to kind of cancel that out. So yeah, let's try and fire it up. Oh, it just sounds so bad, doesn't it? All right, let's go and get the laptop, get ISTA plugged in, and see if we can start diagnosing our problem. Okay guys, so I actually have INPA loaded up. Couldn't get ISTA to complete an identification because we have the majority of the most network disconnected, so just kept trying to reset the most network over and over again. But we've got INPA loaded up, just having a look at the injection values here. I thought this would be a good place to start, and yeah, straight away we can see that we do have a bit of an issue with cylinder 3 in particular. So the values should be somewhere between -3 and 3 for the M57, I guess, but this is all the way up at like what, 5.2, 5.3. That is completely out of tolerance. To be honest, cylinder 1, that doesn't look the best either. Cylinder 2, that's not too bad. Again, cylinder 3, that's our worst one. Cylinder 4 is in tolerance, but it's almost out. Cylinder 5 looks pretty much spot on. Cylinder 6, again, that doesn't look too bad. But yeah, it's looking like that cylinder 3 is a bit of an issue. Whether or not this is our issue, why we have the knocking, I don't know, but this is definitely a good place to start. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is remove cylinder number 3. I'm guessing it's cylinder number 3, 1, 2, 3, injector, and see if we can see anything obvious, see if we can see it looking completely blocked up. But to make things easier, what I'm going to also do is remove the intake manifold as well, and maybe we'll see something up with that as well. Maybe we'll see a failed swivel flap or something like that. So we'll get the intake manifold out of the way, get the injector removed, and then see what we find. Let's have a look. Do we still have our swirl flaps? Yes, it appears we do still have our swirl flaps. They seem to still be pretty solid as well. I don't think our issue is regarding the swirl flaps. But now that we have the intake manifold out of the way, let's get this injector removed. So we have gained ourselves access to the injector itself, but as I imagined it would be, it's very stuck. So we have a slide hammer here, which I'm hoping is going to do the trick. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so injector removed, and to be honest, there really is nothing obvious about it. I can see the jets at the bottom. They do look to be pretty free, so yeah, really can't see anything too untoward there. Obviously the usual carbon around the bottom of the injector, that is to be expected. I mean, to be honest, this injector could be blocked up inside. We have no way of really knowing, aside from, you know, disassembling the entire injector. But yeah, I think I'm going to remove the one next to it, which possibly could be number 3. This could be cylinder number 4, and then see if we notice any real difference. Oh, for those of you that are interested, to remove one of these diesel injectors is actually pretty easy, to be honest. Once you lift off the leak off pipe connector, it's just a case of just pulling it up, and then that will come off of the injector itself. You just need to disconnect the fuel rail pipe, so obviously it goes from the fuel rail to the injector. It's just 17mm wrench or spanner that you need either side. Just loosen that off, the pipe will come away, and then you can access the injector, which is just held in by 2 8mm nuts. So yeah, very, very easy to remove. Oh, and of course the electrical connector to disconnect as well. But yeah, again, that one's stuck. So we'll get our homemade slide hammer on here. I can see it's moving. There we are. Now then, this one is interesting because I can see the jets on this thing are completely blocked up. So there is a possibility that this could be our cylinder 3 injector, and it's just pretty much completely blocked. So yeah, I wonder if this is the cause of our issue. Okay, so I did attempt just to give this a bit of a clean up externally, of course, and believe it or not, you can actually see the jets now. You can see the holes, they look pretty clear. So I mean, for the sake of it, I may as well just chuck this back in and see if we notice any difference. I mean, realistically, this should be completely disassembled. You know, you should have new copper washers. There's even an O-ring on here. This should be completely rebuilt along with the rest of the injectors. But yeah, this is more out of curiosity, really. I don't want to, you know, fully rebuild this engine. I don't want to spend a ton of money on it. I just want to try and find out what the issue is, and then I can decide what I want to do with it. If I sell it as a working engine, or if I, you know, just sell it as spares and repairs, and then, you know, say it has an injector problem or whatever. But yeah, let's chuck this back in the car and see if we notice any difference. Okay, so everything is now back together. Let's fire the engine up and see if we notice any difference at all. go. Basically, no difference. That's us done. I really don't want to go any further with this engine. Okay then guys, so there we go for the 730D. The engine still runs like a bag of spanners, and realistically I'm not going to spend any more time and effort trying to get this engine running right. I mean, realistically it could be something very simple, it could be something top end which is definitely repairable, but yeah, I just don't have the time or space for this car. It needs to be gone this week. I'm going to take all of the parts off that I need to do the LCI conversion on my 760 Li, and then the car will be sent to its death. I know you guys are going to be pretty sad to hear about that, but I think the car has covered like 160, 180,000 miles, and yeah, it's really nothing special. It's a pretty low spec car, and it's only a 730D, so yeah, nothing special. I need the parts of it, I need the space, and I just don't have any more time to put into it. So I'm sorry if you guys are upset about the decision, but just understand that it is what it is. Of course, if I did buy it as a project car, I would get it up and running like I have with all the other project cars. But yeah, I just bought it as a parts car. I'm not going to ramble on anymore anyway. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I'll see you all in that next one. Peace.